One Michael here, Flesh to the Father. Today I want to ask the Christians, if the church is the true representative of Christ on earth, how come the church has clearly been subverted? And I do this video because I was watching a YouTuber, Danny from Rethinking Jesus, and he has the same ideas that I do, essentially, looking at Christianity mystically rather than just Bible thumping. And we get accused of many things by the Christians. And to be fair, I understand it, because if you believe in certain religion and people contradict it, you're naturally going to get your back up a little bit. But the one point of this video is that the main thing that Christians always say to people like me and Danny is, you don't represent Christ. The church represents Christ, and you can't just make up your own, your own sort of religion or spiritual practice. And in fairness, I do understand where they are coming from. But what I would say to the Christians is, if the church represents Christ, so we're talking whether it be the Catholic Church or the Church of England, and then you have the Orthodox Church, my question to the Christians would be then, if it was the truth and the true representative of Christ, it would not be subverted, because the truth can't be subverted. But without a shadow of a doubt, I think most Christians would agree, and when I discuss with them, they say, yes, obviously the Church of England, without a shadow of a doubt, has been corrupted. The Catholic Church, yes, has been subverted. In fairness, the Orthodox, I don't look too much into it, but that seems to me to be the strongest version of Christianity and the least corrupted version. But like, the main church in my country is the Church of England, and that's just completely subverted. It's just as woke, and it's basically completely going along with the globalist agenda. And the Catholic Church as well, without a doubt, has been subverted. So the question is, Jesus said, you will know them by their fruits. And those churches, without a shadow of a doubt, have been subverted. So I can only conclude that they are not of the truth. Now, I already know that myself anyway, but Jesus told us this command, you'll know them by their fruits. That's how you will see if somebody is of the truth or not. And the interesting thing is, I believe I've found the truth of Christ mystically, and Christians are telling me, no, you need to turn away from Christ and go to the church. So I'm going to go to the Church of England and listen to a gay priest, or go to tranny hour in the Church of England, or go and pay reparations for slavery, or go and pay for the climate agenda. That's what they want. And they want me to go to listen to a blind fool Bible thump for an hour and tell me, you're a terrible sinner and you must accept Jesus, or you're going to eternal hell, but God's a loving God. You just got to go along with his agenda. It's absolutely nonsense. And I believe Christians should turn away from the church and follow Christ in spirit and truth. And if you're going to church and you're going to the Church of England or the Catholic Church every Sunday morning, you're betraying Christ, because Christ said you'll know them by their fruits, and they have clearly been corrupted. So if you're a follower of Christ, you will stop going to your church and you will follow Christ and his commands. You're essentially following the Pharisees and the scribes of the time. And if you were to go back 2,000 years, I would have been following Christ. I would have said, I'm not listening to these stupid church leaders, the Pharisees and scribes. They don't make any sense. This Christ guy, he's talking the truth. I'm going to follow him. And you would have said, oh, you can't follow this Jesus guy. He's contradicting the Bible. He said we're supposed to do eye for an eye. He told us not to do that. And he's walking around claiming to be God. You can't be God. You would have followed the rabbis and the Bible thumping rabbis of the time, Pharisees and the scribes, whereas I would have followed Christ. And you need to ask yourself, who are you following? Okay, so that's the point of my video today, just to point out, if the church is the truth and I'm supposed to follow the church, why have they been subverted if they are the truth? Surely anybody who is truly representative of Christ, there's no way they would be subverted. Okay, so let me know in the comments, Christians, why this has happened or why it's been possible. And usual stuff, like the video if you like it, subscribe if you're new and you want to be a true follower of Christ in the spirit, and God bless everybody. Goodbye.